WON YouTube Networks is now on Facebook. Check it out.
This is WON Brooklyn. From Old Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York, WON Sports presents New York White Sox Baseball, powered by MLB The Show 19. Tonight is Game 2 of a 4-game series between our New York White Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. We'll have the first pitch in the starting lineups right after these messages here on WON Sports.
If you want to have fun, you can sit in a seat like this at the ballpark and watch the Dodgers in action. You'll be entertained. Here's another kind of a seat from a wide-bodied Continental Airlines DC-10. When you sit in it, you'll be entertained too, with exclusive specially condensed double feature films, plus short subjects in stereo, all at no extra cost. Of course, on Continental, you don't have to stay in your seat all the time to have a good time. You can get up and go into the only coach pub in the sky. In the pub, you can relax with friends, enjoy free popcorn, or play exciting electronic pub pong games. So whichever seat you choose, at the ballpark or on a Continental wide-body DC-10 to Chicago, Denver, or Houston, you'll have a good time. Either way, you've got a ringside seat for lots of fun and games.
On Continental Airlines, we really move our tail for you.
Back at Old Yankee Stadium, Phil Niekro will be on the mound for the New York White Sox. He's 4-0, but his ERA is up there, 12.52. He's been in 8 games. This is his 9th game of the year. 55.1 innings pitched, surrendered 98 hits. Strikeouts, so far so good. And leading off for the Blue Jays will be Kevin Pillar, 215 average with 4 home runs and 12 runs batted in, as we're about to get underway in the second game of this 4-game weekend set between the Jays and the White Sox. First pitch by Niekro on its way. It's outside and we're underway. First pitch, 7-11. Sox winning the first game of the series yesterday, 23-3. The 1-0, strike on the knuckleball. It is a comfortable 58 degrees. The wind is blowing in from right field, so it could be tough for the left-handed batters to hit the ball out today, but we shall see. The 1-1, hit hard on the ground to short. Larkins got it, gets Pillar for the first out of the ball game. Let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. You got Pillar leading off for Toronto. Batting second will be Travis, Smoke, Richick, Tellis, Hernandez, Drury, Galvis, and McGuire. So here's Devin Gaddis, the right-handed batter, the second baseman, hitting at .234 with 4 home runs and 12 runs batted in. Just underway here at the Old Stadium, Sox and Jays, Game 2 of a 4-game series. When on delivery, a knuckleball there for a strike one call. The umpires for today, Simmons at first, Johnson at second, Beaulieu at third, and calling the balls and strikes is Kingsley. The 0-1, fouled away 0-2 on Travis. Here's the 0-2, another foul ball. Good crowd on hand for this Friday night matchup. And that's popped up into shallow center. Coming on is the second baseman, Alomar. He's got it for out number 2. Well, it is Super May week, no question about it. Tomorrow is the premiere of Supergirl 8, Avenging Force, starring Casey Ann and Linda Hines. We'll have it for you tomorrow night at 8 over on our sister channel, WONU 5.4. Here is Smoke. Left-handed batter for Toronto. And fouls it away, strike one. Smoltz this season, a .274 average. The 0-1. In the air to right center. Can of corn for Griffey Jr. Under this one, and this inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Jays. We go to the bottom of the first for the Sox coming to bat in a scoreless situation. On the mound is Matt Shoemaker for Toronto. He's 3-4. He's already at 6.60. This is his 9th game. He's pitched in 8 games so far. 37 strikeouts, 13 walks surrendered, 58 hits. And then he's pitched about 43.2, and he'll be leading off against the toughest lineup in baseball. Ricky Henderson will lead off hitting at .525. His on-base percentage is a whopping .541. He was in the middle of everything yesterday. First pitch on the ground, hot shot, base hit. There's your first hit of the ball game. And just like that, the Sox lead off with a single, this time by Henderson. And now bring up Roberto Alomar, the former Blue Jay. Switch hitter batting left-handed tonight. He could be batting right-handed, but we shall see. As he's walking to the batter's box as we speak. And he'll be batting on the left side. Alomar hitting at .547 so far this year. Rip but foul, strike one. Alomar entering today's game with a 23-game hitting streak. Of course, all eyes on Mattingly, Jackson, and Griffey Jr. all in the lineup today. And as home run race continues to heat up. The 0-1. Way outside, 1 ball and 1 strike on Alomar. Henderson a short lead at first. 1 ball, 1 strike on Alomar. The pitch on the way, ripped on the ground, foul. 1-2. So Shoemaker ahead of Roberto, 1-2. And a man at first. The infield is in, the outfield's deep. The 1-2 delivery, hit well to right field, down the line, toward the corner. It's gone. So long, farewell. A frozen rope 2-run homer for Roberto Alomar. His 39th of the year, and the Sox have a 2-0 lead just like that. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run. Hey, Roberto Alomar, this bud's for you. Good at bat by Alomar, down 1-2. He takes the next pitch and ropes it to right field in the lower deck. It's a 2-run shot, his 39th of the year, and it's a 2-0 Sox lead. And now bring up Don Mattingly hitting at .532. And it's outside for ball one. Mattingly hitting at .532 with 56 homers and 110 runs batted in as he continues to chase Griffey and Jackson in the home run race. The 1-0. Deep to right field, down the line, toward the corner, it's gone! So long, farewell, back to back! Don Mattingly with a home run, his 57th of the year, and it's 3-0 Sox. Holy cow, another frozen rope. And once again, fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run. Hey, Don Mattingly, this bud for you. His 57th of the year. Was it long enough and high enough? It was both, and it's a home run. And now bring up Reggie Jackson. Jackson hitting at .524 so far in this campaign. And he chops it on the ground to second. And there's your first out of the first inning. And that'll give us a chance to show you the batting lineup for the Sox. We're already in the number 5 slot, but here it is again. Henderson, Alomar, Mattingly, Jackson, Griffey Jr., Thomas, Larkin, Boggs, and Piazza. That's your lineup for the Sox. They have hit 394 home runs, but I think with those two it's 396. Here's Ken Griffey, .511 average, 59 home runs. And 101 runs batted in. He's one shy of 60. As the home run race continues to heat up. Swung on, ball to the right field. Is it high enough? It is! Number 60 for Ken Griffey. So long, farewell. His 60th homer of the year. Another frozen rope homer off the pitch of Schumacher and off the bat of a White Sox hitter. 3 home runs in this game. In his sitting alone, it's 4-0 Sox. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox gets a home run. Hey, Ken Griffey Jr., this bud's for you. A frozen rope bullet by Ken Griffey Jr. And only 1 out, bases empty for Frank Thomas, hitting at .437. What a start for the Sox offense, and that's ripped to left field, and that's going to dunk in for a hit for Thomas. So the hit parade continues for the Sox, as Schumacher has lost everything at the moment. And I'll bring up the shortstop, Barry Larkin. The infield will be in, the outfield's normal. Larkin hitting at .473 so far with 24 home runs and 61 runs batted in. Toronto hoping for a double play situation. 4 runs in and out, a man's at first. The pitch by Schumacher, ripped foul, strike 1. Schumacher having a whole heap of trouble here. Down 4-0. The home run ball has bit him. The 0-1. That's ripped foul, and he got away with that one. It's now 0-2 on Larkin. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch coming is ripped to left field. That's a frozen rope, and that ball is going to be off the wall. Thomas had to hold up, didn't think that ball was going to get out of here or be caught. He didn't know which way, Balut. Instead, he goes to third. It's a long double for Larkin. And once again, the Sox are in business. 2nd and 3rd and 1 down for Wade Boggs. And look at the manager of the Blue Jays beside himself. Boggs hitting at .509 with 34 homers and 86 runs batted in. Toronto in a whole heap of trouble here. Boggs, off the glove of the first baseman. Will they get the out at first? The answer is no, but they get the out at second. Larkin leaned too far from second base. A bad base running mistake by Larkin. Could have been a bases loaded and 1 out. Instead, is runners at the corners and 2 outs for Piazza. .446 average, 18 home runs, and 34 runs batted in. RBI chance here for Big Mike. Rip, but foul, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch on the way. Hit hard on the ground, base hit. Thomas will easily score. Boggs chucks in the second. Piazza's at first. It's a 5-0 Sox lead with 2 on and 2 out. And now bring up Ricky Henderson, who began everything. And that's going to be all for the pitcher. Thomas Parnot will now come in to pitch for Toronto. So Shoemaker does not survive the first inning. Instead, he's taken out with 2 outs and 2 on, and Thomas Parnot will be the man to pitch. Wow. What a turn of events. Here's Henderson, who in last at bat in this inning singled up the middle and came in to score thanks to Roberto Alomar's home run. Swing and a miss on a 4-seam fastball, strike 1. On deck is Roberto Alomar, who had a 2-run homer in this inning alone. And already in the early going of this game, the game's starting to get away from Toronto. And now Henderson behind 0-2. It'll be an 0-2 to Henderson. Pannone with the pitch on the way. Strike 3 call. Henderson got fooled on that one side, retired. Couple of hits, 2 men are stranded, 5 runs score. At the end of 1, it's the Sox 5 and the Blue Jays nothing. Randall Grichuk will come in to bat for the Toronto Blue Jays. 295 average, 5 home runs, 16 runs batted. In the last 5 games, he's 2 for 17. Average at 118, so he has struggled over the last 5 games. And then on the ground right to the shift. Nicely played by Larkin. 1 pitch and 1 down. Is that Larkin or Alomar? Either way, it's an out. And it was Alomar who made the play. The defense for the Sox looks like this. In the outfield is the kid, Mr. October, and Henderson. The infield is Larkin, Alomar, Mattingly, and Boggs. The catching the balls and strikes is Mike Piazza. So, that'll bring up Riley Torres, hitting a .250 with 3 home runs and 15 runs batted, and his slugging percentage at .388. As a strike on the 4-seamer, 0-1. The 0-1. High fastball, out fouled away, 0-2 now on Torres. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, another foul ball. Tellez giving Niekro all he can. It'll be an 0-2, and the pitch coming. Strike 3 right on top of that strike zone. Tellez doesn't agree. He walks away in disgust. That's strikeout number 1 of the game for Phil. And there's 2 down here in the second. I'll bring up Hernandez to take a look at this pitch right down the pipe. Two-out delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Hernandez hitting at .221 with 4 home runs, 11 runs batted in, and a total of 4 stolen bases. The left fielder slugger. Behind in the count 0-1 against Niekro. The pitch. Pulled deep down the left field line toward the corner. That ball is long gone. Off the second deck and into the seats. Hernandez with a home run. His 5th of the year, and it's a 5-1 Sox lead. First mistake of the game for Phil Niekro. That ball was absolutely ticketed. Worth looking at again. Look at the compact swing. Got one in on the hands and pulled it deep down the left field line. It was going to be gone. The question was going to be fair or foul, and it was fair. And hit off the second deck, the high heat logos. So I'll bring up Brandon Drury, hitting a .232 with 7 home runs, 16 runs batted. And when you split it against left-handers, it's .295 average with 3 homers and 6 runs batted in. Right-handers is .208 with 4 home runs and 10 runs batted in. So he's at the plate after the home run hit by Hernandez. 2 outs, the run is in, base is empty. And that's fouled away, strike 1. The 0-1 by Niekro is on the ground to the shortstop Larkin. The throw got him, side retired. But not before 1 hit and a run off the bat of Hernandez. In the middle of the second, it's the White Sox 5 and the Blue Jays 1. Roberto Alomar now switches to the right side of the plate at a 2-run homer his last time up. David Phelps is warming in the bullpen just in case Pantone continues to struggle. Well, you know what I mean. There's a hard hit ball, but nice play by the third baseman, Drury, for out number 1. That ball was smoked. The Toronto defense looks like this. In the outfield, Grichuk, Pilar, and Hernandez. The infield is Galvis, Travis, Smoke, and Drury. And catching the balls and strikes is McGuire. Here's Mattingly, who with his 57th home run of the year, a solo shot, a line drive bullet. a frozen rope. And hits this one the other way to left center field. Pilar going back. He's right there. Makes the catch for out number 2. So Mattingly is out, and now bring up Reggie Jackson. And we're getting a close look at Pilar's neck for some reason. Looking into today's game of the highest team ERA in the American League, the Sox are at 5.09, but the Blue Jays are at 5.94. They're ranked 5th in the American League. White Sox are in 7th. So they've had their struggles, but the winning is what kind of ignored that kind of stat. Here's Reggie Jackson, who's 0 for 1 here tonight. 5-1 Sox lead. And there's a high fly into left center. That's carrying a long way. Hernandez and everybody else looks up. It's gone. So long, farewell, Reggie Jackson. Hits it the other way out. His 60th of the year. He ties Griffey. And the Sox extend their lead to 5. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox gets a home run. Hey, Reggie Jackson, this bug's for you. And we got ourselves a tight home run race now. We're now Griffey and Reggie tied with 60 and Mattingly with 57. I didn't think that ball was going to get out of here, but it did. And there's Griffey. Will he answer Jackson's call? The answer is no. A chopper to the shortstop who's playing the shift. And their side is retired, but not before Reggie Jackson goes Apo Taco for his 60th home run of the year. And at the end of 2 was the New York White Sox 6 and the Toronto Blue Jays 1. Freddie Galvis will lead off, hitting at .288 with 9 home runs, which leads the team. And a couple of runs batted in. That is unbelievable. This is not a power hitting team. Although we did see Hernandez hit a home run back in the 2nd. That's really hard to believe. The 0-1 is popped up in the infield. Easy play for Larkin. A can of corn. He's under this one. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Well, radio listeners, the Red Skelton Memorial Day Marathon returns in just a few weeks' time on Memorial Day. A whole day of your favorite clown, Red Skelton on the radio. It's on 920 WON the Apple. Just go to live365.com and type in 920 WON the Apple. Looking forward to bring you another holiday tradition. McGuire his count is now at 0-1. He's hitting at .211 so far this year. Big left-handed batter, catcher for the Blue Jays. There's a pop-up into shallow left center. Can of corn for Griffey. He's under this one. He'll make the catch for the second out of the 3rd. And now we move to the top of the order for Toronto. And Kevin Pillar will be the leadoff batter. He's 0 for 1 here this evening with a ground out. Back in the 1st. Two-out delivery. He reached for that one and fouled it away. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch is pulled deep down the right field line. Toward the corner it will go. It'll be fouled. Millar's still running, but it's a foul ball. So he's behind 0-2. And the pitch by Necro is popped up in the shallow center field. Can of corn for Ken Griffey Jr. under this one, and he'll make the catch. Side retired. 1, 2, 3, go Toronto. We play 2.5 as the Sox 6 and the Blue Jays 1. Thomas settles into the batter's box now to lead off here in the bottom of the 3rd. He's 1 for 1 with a single and came in to score. He's hitting at .440 with 22 home runs and 44 runs batted in. He's getting hot though, folks. No question. Those numbers will improve within due time. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That was a nasty four-seamer right by him. Big 0-1. Rip but foul, strike 2 on Thomas. You see the out-of-town scoreboard on the bottom of your screen. And he struck him out on a four-seamer that was way out in front. So Thomas is retired. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Sox. 2 more against the Blue Jays and onto the road to take on the Astros and the Twins. Long road trip coming up for the Sox, but with their record, it may be easy as pie, and with their offense, it may be easy as pie. But we shall see. Barry Larkin the batter, 1-for-1 with a double back in the first. Hitting at .476, a couple of home runs, a couple of runs batted in. Patel with 1 out under his belt, a strikeout, and it's a chopper to short. Galvis to get the speedy Larkin, and he gets him by a step. 2 down in the third. So, now bring up the third baseman, Wade Boggs, hitting a .511 with 34 home runs and 36 runs batted in. He had a single his last time up. So W.O.N trying to get a 1-2-3 inning against the White Sox for the very first time in this contest, as that one's fouled away, strike 1. Sox with 6 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Toronto only 1 run and 1 hit and no errors. Still early in the ball game, 5-run lead for the Sox here. That's ripped to right field. Cannon caught by the right fielder's side, retired. At the end of 3 from the old stadium, it's the New York White Sox 6 and the Toronto Blue Jays 1. Devin Travis will lead off here in the 4th inning of action. Popped out his last time up back in the first. .233 average, 4 home runs and 12 runs batted in. Necro nursing a 5-run lead right now. That may change. A high fly ball, dead center. Griffey going back. He's going to watch it go. It's a home run for Devin Travis to dead center field. Travis with his 5th home run of the year. It's a 4-run deficit for Toronto. The Sox now lead 6-2. If he knew he didn't have a chance to get that one. That's what you call a wall-scraping home run. No chance, though, for Griffey. He knew it was gone the moment it went over him. Now bring up Smalt.
Now batting, the first baseman, Justin.
And he pops it up. Foul ground for Piazza. And he makes the catch for the first out of the 4th. By the way, for the Blue Jays, that home run is not only their 2nd run of the ball game, it's their 2nd hit of the ball game, which is remarkable. Here's Grichuk, 0-for-1 with a ground out back in the 2nd inning. Fouls it back, strike 1. Toronto, as the night comes in, and are starting to see the baseball well. Not that time. A blue fly to right. Can of corn for Reggie. Griffey was calling on Jackson, but Jackson was there. That was Griffey's ball, but Jackson was in the vicinity, so he made the catch anyway for out number 2. And that'll bring up Rowdy Tellez, who struck out back in the 2nd. 2-out deliveries, a strike, 0-1. The 0-1, fouled away 0-2 on Tellez. Oh, 2 pitch. Fouled away, we'll do it again. It'll be an 0-2 again by Necro. The pitch coming. And a fly ball into right center. Can of corn for Griffey Jr. Backtracks a couple of steps again, but he makes the catch, side retire. But up before, Devin Travis hits one dead to center field. And in the middle of the 4th, we have ourselves a ball game. It's a 4-run lead. The Sox lead the Blue Jays 6-2. Mike Piazza now leads off the bottom of the 4th, 1-for-1 with a single and an RBI. The number 9 hitter at the plate against W.O.N, who has settled down so far in this contest at the moment, as Piazza fouls the curveball away, strike 1. The 0-1 delivery to Piazza, ripped to left field. Can of corn by the left fielder. He makes the catch for out number 1. Well, Linda Hines will not only be in action as Superwoman in Supergirl 8, she'll be in action as Superwoman in Superwoman 2, Hypnotic Point. And it'll be next Friday at 8 p.m., May 24th, over on our sister channel, WON to U 5.4 YouTube. Ricky Henderson, the batter, 1 for 2 here tonight. Base is empty, 1 out, a 4-run lead for New York against Toronto. The pitch by Padone is fouled away, strike 1. Oh, 1. Pulled foul again, 0-2. Henderson struck out his last time up looking. Padone trying to keep his team in the game. Only down now by 4. Problem for Toronto is they have not been able to get anybody on base. All those 2 runs on solo shots. That's another foul ball. We'll do it again. Henderson's frustrated. You can see he's trying to pull the ball fair. And it's just not going fair for him. The pitch on the way. He struck out looking for the second time. And he is frustrated as he goes back into the dugout. Another K for Padone, 2 down here in the inning as we look at the pitch info and the pitch track. Wow. He just got fooled on that one. Now bring up Alomar. Alomar batting on the right side, 1 for 2. It is 39th home run of the year, a 2-run shot. 89 runs driven in. And an average of 547. There we go with 2 outs and the base is empty and Alomar at the plate. Against Padone. Rip foul, strike 1. The 0-1 underway. Oh, swing and a miss again. Well, the White Sox offense a little bit antsy against Padone. It'll be an 0-2 to Alomar. Padone with the pitch. He struck him out on the corner. Alomar can't believe it. Acts is the umpire where that pitch was. Well, it was in the zone. End of 4, 6-2 Sox. Well, Hernandez hit a home run his last time up off the facing of the second deck to put the Blue Jays on the board for the first time. And now he grounds one past Boggs in the left. And how about this? This is the very first solid base hit by the Blue Jays. Remember, the only 2 hits have been both home runs. But this one puts a man on base for the first time here tonight. The batter is Drury. The infield is in, the outfield is normal. It's a fly ball into right field. Jackson going back. He's got it for out number 1 here in the 5th.
Now batting, shortstop, Freddie Galvis.
Having a Freddie Galvis. Popped out his last time up. And hits one to shallow left center. Can of corn for Griffey, you would think. He backtracks a little bit. Makes the catch for out number 2 here in the 5th.
Now batting.
So quick 2 outs after the Hernandez base hit. Brings up McGuire, who flew out back in the 3rd. Swings and misses. Swing and a miss, strike 1. A high fly ball well hit in the right. Reggie ran over it too much, but he still makes the catch for out number 2. Oh, Reggie, he's wiping his hat. He was close to making an error. We're halfway through, 6-2 Sox lead. We're not going to pause for station identification.
This is WON Brooklyn.
Let's see if Superwoman can get out of this mess she's about to step in.
Okay, I know I'm not reading my mind. I know what I saw. I saw it in the Superwoman.
When will she ever learn? I am unbeatable. I am unstoppable. She can't kill me. The only person that's going to go down is her. 6 feet under. Superwoman! Come here! Just come talk to me! Come and get me, Superwoman. There is only one Supergirl on the planet, and that person is me. The world will kneel at my feet while you are a rotting corpse. You're going to pay for your failed attempt to kill me, and for what you did to Mark as well. Well, so long, super bitch. It's a pleasure to kill you.
Here's Don Mattingly, 1 for 2 with a solo home run back in the first inning. 532 average, 57 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Reggie and Griffey are due up as well. So all three men have hit home runs in this contest in the early going. And a chopper to short, making the second baseman. And there's your first out of the inning. He's a Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. As we take a look at the road to the show report for the Toronto Blue Jays. In Buffalo, they defeated the Bats 2-1, improved their record to 26-15, and New Hampshire Fisher Cats improved their record to 22. Well, they lose their record 22-20 by losing to the Hartford Yard Goats. Here is Reggie Jackson with an opposite field shot his last time up, a home run, his 60th of the year. Tied with Griffey Jr. and pulls it to first. 2 down. And I'll bring up the kid Ken Griffey with a frozen row home run a few innings ago. And Reggie and him are tied in the home run race with 60, while Mattingly is sitting on 57. 1 for 2 is Griffey. 2 outs, base is empty. Here in the 5th, a 4-run lead for the Sox right now. Pulled foul, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch coming, a chopper to first, and another 1-2-3 inning pitch by Pannone. At the end of 5 from the Old Yankee Stadium, the Sox still lead by 4, 6-2 against Toronto. Kevin Pillar leads off the 6th inning with his club down 6-2 against the White Sox. Yours truly, Jonathan Rios. Glad you joined us for WON Sports coverage of New York White Sox baseball, powered by MLB The Show 19 via PlayStation 4. If you're watching us live, we thank you for joining us. If you're watching us pre-recorded, we thank you for joining us as well. Pillar 0 for 2. Looks at the pitch and fouls it away for strike 1. 0-1 delivery, fouled away again. 0-2 to Pilar. It's up the middle. Base hit, a hot shot. Fourth there of the ball game for Toronto. They have a man at first now here in the sixth. Having Devin Travis with a dead center field home run his last time up. And the fans giving him a rude reception as he walks into the batter's box. Holds foul, strike one. Nobody out, a man's at first, the infield is in. And the outfield's normal, 6-2, Sox lead. Here in game number 2 of this 4-game weekend set. The 0-1 is fouled away, 0-2 now on Travis. Oh, 2 delivery is popped in the air to deep right field. Who's going to get to this one? Who's going to get to it? The answer is nobody. Reggie tried to get to that ball. Didn't know if Griffey was going to call for it. And runners are going to be at the corners. Now a runner's going to score on a poor throw. Miscommunication between Griffey and Jackson costs the Sox a run. It's now 6-3 with a man at second and nobody out. Looks to be an easy fly ball, but the ball kept on carrying. And Griffey and Jackson just didn't know who was going to get the ball. Wow. A strange turn of events in this inning right now. Still nobody out. A runner's in. A man's at second for Justin Smoke, who's had a tough night tonight. 0 for 2 with a fly and a pop out. Nico trying to get an out here in this inning. There's a ground ball base hit to left field. Travis will stay at third. And Smoke will move to first. He's got himself a single, and all of a sudden, nobody out here in the sixth, and a potential tying run is coming to the plate for Toronto. Grichuk will be the batter, 0 for 2. The infield is in. The outfield is normal. The Sox will most likely surrender that run. They at least turn 2. Ground ball, that's going to be the double play they wanted. They'll surrender that run and turn 2. Double play. It's 6-4 Sox. Just what Necro needed. Having a rowdy Teles. He pops it up in the infield. Larkin under this one. Makes the catch, side retired. 2 runs, and a man is left stranded. In the middle of the 6th, we have a good one. Sox lead the Blue Jays 6-4. We'll come in to try to keep the Sox at bay here. This is his 21st game. He's been in 20. And for the former Yankee, he's already at 6.12. Here we going up against the big hurt, Frank Thomas, who struck out his last time up. He's 1 for 2 here tonight with a single and a run. As we begin the bottom of the 6th, Bud Norris is warming in the Toronto Blue Jays bullpen just in case. Swing and a miss, 2-seamer. There is Bud Norris, the former Houston Astro. Nobody warming in the New York bullpen, by the way, if you are concerned. Fouled away 0-2. Well, Pannone did a tremendous job, no question about it. Kept the Sox at bay, and has helped the struggling Toronto offense come back in this one. Rip foul, we'll do it again. And now there's action in the Sox bullpen as Thomas rips it to left. But right there is the left fielder for the first out of the 6th. Yes, there's action in the Sox bullpen. You have Craig Kimball, the setup man, and Dennis Eckersley, the closer, warming in the bullpen. So it's a close game, as Barry Larkin is now the batter against Phelps. Fouled away, strike 1. Bargain tonight, 1 for 2 with a double, back in the first. The 0-1 on the ground is short. Galvis to first, 2 down. Oh, the Toronto Blue Jays bullpen making it look easy against this tough White Sox offense. Wade Boggs, the batter, hitting a .509 with 34 home runs, 86 runs batted, and singled way back in the first. Well, has been hitless ever since. Way out in front of that one. He was going for upper tank there. 0-1. The 0-1. Rip foul. Will do it again. So Phelps ahead of Boggs, nothing in 2. Bottom of the 6th, a good ball game. 2-run lead for the Sox, 6-4. The pitch. He struck him out. And Boggs goes down looking side retired at the end of 6. Sox 6, Toronto 4. 6-9-0 for the Sox, 4-6-0 for Toronto. That's where we stand right now. A sold-out crowd at the Old Stadium watching a good one. In the second game of this 4-game series, a beautiful Friday night for baseball. Here's the man who hit the second deck home run, Mr. Hernandez. Look where this ball landed his last time up. A long home run to left field. No doubt about it. The only question was fair or foul. It hit off the second deck facade. And that was it. They set up inside here against Hernandez. The knuckleball is outside for 1-0. One-0 delivery. Strike, 1-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
There's action in the Sox bullpen, as we told you. To left field, that's a base hit for Hernandez. He's on again for the 3rd time tonight. And just like that, it brings the potential tying run to the plate.
The third baseman, number 3.
While the offense for the Sox has gone dead and cold, Toronto's is just heating up so far. Drury, the batter, takes a strike, 0-1. Drury, a tough night, 0 for 2. Hits this one to center field. Cannon corn for Griffey Jr. Under this one, and makes the catch for the first out of the 7th.
Now batting, the shortstop, Freddie.
I bring up Freddie Galvis. 0 for 2 here tonight. Flew out and popped out. 6-4 Sox lead. Tying run is on base for Toronto. What on delivery, it's hit high in the air to deep right. Reggie's not even going to bother. That's way back, and it is long gone. And this game is tied at 6. Galvis ties the game with a 2-run shot, his 10th home run of the year. And Toronto has fought back and has tied the game at 6 here in the 7th. Wow. For a team that does not hit very well, boy, they put on a collective effort in this contest tonight. That was a high drive that took a long time to get out of the ballpark. And now here's McGuire, who's had a tough day as well. He's 0 for 2. 6-6 tie. And that's pulled down the left side. It'll be caught by Henderson. And this will most likely be Necro's final inning. As you saw on the graphic we're hearing, he's getting tired. That says a lot. Kevin Villar now the batter. With 55 pitches, Necro is run out of gas. That is quite telling. Pilar takes a strike. Hinkle just does not look like himself here tonight. He's got with mostly fastballs instead of knuckleball. That's a fly ball down the left field line. And that ball will be fouled by a few feet. Oh, to the Pilar. Is pulled deep to left. Henderson going back. Way back. And he makes the turnaround catch for out number 3. How about that? But Galvis and the Blue Jays tied things up at 6. It's time to stretch here in the middle of the 7th inning from the old stadium. Like all the Sox batters, they have struggled for quite a while. Phelps still on the mound for the Blue Jays. There's a ground ball to short, picked up by Galvis. Easy play, one down.
Now batting, number 24.
So now it's a 6-6 tie. And now bring up Ricky Henderson, 1 for 3. Singled and scored a run. Base is empty. And in the 7th inning. Hit hard to deep left field. Back is the left fielder, and it's over his head. And that is the first hit in a long time for the Sox and for Henderson. And the go-ahead run is at second base. That is a good piece of hitting by Ricky Henderson there. And that sets up the go-ahead run in scoring position for the Sox. The batters will put Alomar. Ryan Torres is in the bullpen just in case. That's rip foul, strike 1. Alomar with a 2-run home run back in the first inning. Those were the first runs of the game. The infield is in, the outfield is normal. Hit hard but foul, 0-2. 6-6 tie, and what a ball game we have for you right now. A chopper to short. That'll move Henderson to third. They get the out at first, though. 0-2. Actually, no, it's 2 outs. And as we take a look at the bullpen here, let me see here. Now bring up Don Mattingly, and it looks like Phil Necro's day is done. And rightfully so, as Mattingly chops one to second. And this inning is over. Henderson does not score. And at the end of 7 from the old stadium, we remain tied between the Blue Jays and the White Sox. We're now going to pause for station identification.
This is WON Brooklyn.
Oh boy, when will she ever learn? I am unbeatable. I am unstoppable. She can't kill me. The only person that's going to go down is her. 6 feet under.
Don't you hate it when you go to answer the phone and you've just missed the call? All you get is that eeet. Well, with return call, if you don't make it to the phone on time, it's okay.
Hello.
And remembers the last number that called you and automatically calls it back. But now let's say the phone rings and you don't want to be interrupted. But what if it's an important call? With caller ID, you can silently screen your calls.
Barbara, you okay?
Honey, it's time.
I'll never get home in time. Start breathing. I'll call Kate.
Call waiting lets important calls get through. It's the most popular Bell Atlantic IQ service. Call now for call waiting.
Mike.
Barbara just went into labor.
Okay, I'll pick her up and meet you at the hospital. Let me get back to you, Mary.
Be there for the people who count on you. Call now for call waiting, caller ID, and return call. There's no service connection charge.
Kate. Yeah, we did just try to call.
Call 1-800-272-1006 now for IQ services, and the service connection is free.
Mike Lupica and Howard Cosell for the Daily News.
What's on your mind these days, Howard?
Weighty things, Mike. Changing political currents, summit diplomacy.
But most often, Howard.
Baseball, Michael. The World Series looms. That means more fans turning to the Daily News.
For great coverage and pretty good columns.
You're too modest. There are great sports columns in the Daily News, only one of which is yours.
The Daily New York hometown paper.
Your attention, please.
Back at Old Yankee Stadium, Craig Kimbrel will be on the mound for the White Sox. This is his fifth appearance. His ERA at 5.40. His job is to keep the Blue Jays offense off the board. They have fought back tonight to tie the game at 6. As we head into the 8th inning, tied at 6, and Devin Travis, who's had a pretty good night tonight, a home run and a double, will lead off here. There's a strike, 0-1. Boy, Kimbrel has terrific velocity. There's another strike. Travis has not had a chance to take the bat off his shoulder so far. He will with a pop-up, foul ground. Mattingly is there, and there is one down. Sox have not scored since the second, which is really hard to believe. Well, that's how good the Toronto bullpen has been here tonight. Justin Smolt now the batter, .275 average with 7 home runs and 21 runs batted in. 6-6 tie here in the 8th inning of play. Swing and a miss, 0-1 on Justin. Probably going to be the only inning that Craig will pitch here tonight, as Dennis Eckersley, the closer, is in the bullpen as we speak. Another high fastball, 0-2. Thank you. It'll be an 0-2 from Kimbrel, and it's fouled away. Strike 2 remains. 0-2. To Smoke. Popped him up behind the plate. Piazza makes the catch for out number 2 here in the 8th.
The right fielder, number 15, Randall Grichuk.
Helping up Grichuk with 2 outs and nobody on here in the 8th inning of play. He's 0 for 3. Has had a tough night tonight. Takes a strike. Boy, but I tell you, Kimbrel really throwing in the tank. This game's tied at 6 in the 8th inning. The pitching has been the story for the Blue Jays bullpen. And there's a fly ball well hand to right. Reggie going back, looking up, it's gone. The Toronto Blue Jays take a 7-6 lead on Randall Grichuk's 100th career home run and his 9th home run of the season. What a way to hit a milestone and put your team out in front. Holy cow. That's one for the highlight reels. Well, there's that mistake. And it costs the White Sox, who now see their winning streak in the endangered species situation. And there's a Good celebration in the dugout by the Blue Jays after putting his team on top and hitting a milestone as well. That's well hit to right. And that ball is going to get out of here. Back-to-back go to Blue Jays. They now lead 8-6. Tellez with his 4th of the year, and there was no doubt about that one. And Toronto now leads 8-6 here in the 8th inning. Wow. So after getting 2 quick outs, Trimble has surrendered 3 home runs in a row. So the Sox offense has their work cut out for them because this bullpen for Toronto has been spectacular since the 2nd or 3rd inning. The Sox have not scored a run since the 2nd. And if you watch enough Sox games, you know that's unusual territory. And now, Trimble trying to get that elusive 3rd out. As Hernandez pops it up, Piazza's got a beat on it, you would think. He does and makes the catch, side retire. But not before, the Blue Jays go back-to-back and have their first lead of the ball game. In the middle of the 8th, it's the Blue Jays 8 and the Sox 6. Tim Mazaya will be on the mound for Toronto. His job is to set up the closer, who's warming in the bullpen. His ERA for Mazza is .750. This is his 8th game. He's been in 7. His record is 0-1. It will not be easy against Reggie Jackson and his Sox offense. Reggie earlier today hit a home run to left field. Ken Giles is warming in the Toronto bullpen just in case. His crowd on his feet hoping that the Sox can rally. And there's a strike 0-1. Toronto 8, New York White Sox 6. What's on the line? The winning streak. Eight to 6 Toronto here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Reggie Jackson at the plate. Ken Griffey on deck. The 0-1. Hit to left center field. Can of corn for Pilar. 1 down. Here's Ken Griffey Jr., who earlier today hit his 60th home run of the year. Him and Reggie remain tied. Of course, that could change in this at-bat. Griffey also struggling in this contest. He's 1 for 3 here tonight. That one was a home run in the first. As we told you, the Sox have not gotten or scored a run since the 2nd. Hit well into the gap in right center. Coming on is Pilar. He's got it for out number 2. Wow. So this bullpen for the Blue Jays continues to keep the Sox at bay. That ball was hit hard, but to no avail. Look at the disgust by the relief pitcher. He thought that ball was going to fall in, but it didn't. Pilar was there. And now bring up Frank Thomas. Line drive to left center, but Pilar is there. And how about this? Toronto has a 1-2-3 inning, and at the end of 8 is the Blue Jays 8 and the Sox 6. Brandon Drury is on the home plate, and Dennis Eckersley, his job is to try to keep the Blue Jays off the board. They're up by 2 as we start the 9th inning of play. And it'll be last looks for the Sox, depending on what the score is. This sold-out crowd right now stunned at what happened in the 8th inning. Back-to-back home runs surrendered by Craig Kimbrel. And all of a sudden the Sox are looking at an L right in their face for the first time in a long time. Fouled away by Drury, 0-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. First strikeout for Eckersley in this contest. And there's one down here in the 9th inning. Having a Freddie Galvis, the culprit, who tied the game up in the 9th inning with a 2-run bomb. That's the turning point in this contest. The Sox have not scored since the 2nd. Toronto feisty. They tied the game up earlier in the 7th or 6th, I believe, and then all hell broke loose. Back-to-back home runs hit by the Blue Jays in the 8th inning. That's pulled in the air to deep center. Griffey Jr.'s there. And there's your second out of the ninth. Well, this crowd is still enthusiastic and hopeful that the Sox offense can come through in the 9th inning. So far, they have not since the 2nd. Reese McGuire will be now the batter. He's 0 for 3. Eckersley trying to deliver a 1-2-3 inning in the 9th. That's inside for ball 1, a slider. Don't think he meant to pitch it there. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 0-1-1. Why am I ahead of the strike? That made absolutely no sense. My mistake, folks. The 1-1, and now it's 1-2. So Eckersley a strike away from having a 1-2-3 inning. If the Sox lose this one, the loss will go to Krimble. No question on that. To the second baseman, Alomar, who boots it! And it goes into right field. That may be an error. An easy play by Roberto. And he just absolutely messed it up. Kevin Pillar now the batter. Swings and misses, strike 1. I'm surprised they're ruling that a base hit. Should be an error. Apparently it's not. Pillar now behind 0-2. And Eckersley delivers the pitch and is fouled away. Oh, to the Pillar. Pulled down the right field line. Fair or foul? Reggie reaches, but it's foul. Whoa. Close but no cigar. Remains 0-2. Oh, to the Pillar. Popped up again. Foul ground. Reggie right there. Can't get it fouled. Wow. Eckersley giving him the kitchen sink, and he throws the kitchen sink right down the pipe. Strike 3. Last licks for the Sox for the very first time today and in this season. They're down 8-6 heading into the bottom of the 9th. Well, Ken Giles will look for save number 13. He's got 12 so far, 1-1 his record. 15 games under his belt. This is 16th, and his ERA at 2.51. The key for the Sox will be patience. The bottom of the lineup will be batting. Barry Larkin will be the batter. 8-6, Toronto leads. Here in the bottom of the 9th, they're 3 outs away from a win. That's hit hard to right field. That's going to be a base hit for Larkin. And just like that, a leadoff man is on for the potential tying run. How about that? So that'll bring up Wade Boggs. 8-6 is the score. The infield will be in for the Blue Jays. The outfield is normal. The infield will be in for the Blue Jays because of a potential double play potential situation. Tough night for Boggs. He's 1 for 3. And the pitch by Giles. Hit high in the air to dead center. Back is Pillar going back to the track, to the wall. He makes the catch. Boggs missed it by a few feet, and there's one down. Wow. So now bring up Mike Piazza. One swing can tie this one. Of course, all eyes on Henderson, but Piazza's had a tough day. The infield is in. The outfield is normal. Piazza, the potential tying run at the plate here in the 9th inning. 1 out and 1 on. 8-6 Toronto. He pulls this one to center. Pillar is there, and the Sox are down to their final out of the ball game. And it's up to Ricky Henderson to keep it alive. Ricky has had a pretty good day. A little bit, you should say. 2 for 4, a double and a single. He's the potential tying run with 2 outs and 1 on. He gets on, Alomar will have a chance to possibly win it, but again, Henderson is the batter. Giles against Ricky. And the pitch coming. Swung on, belted in the left center field. Pilar is there, and the Blue Jays steal game 2 of this 4-game series and end the Sox winning streak in surprising fashion. Craig Kimbrel blows it for the Sox. Freddie Galvis with a 2-run homer early in the game. And then, of course, Trevor and every other offense of the Blue Jays go back-to-back to put up a 2-spot, and that's where it stands. The Blue Jays beat the Sox 8-6. David Phelps will get the win, and Craig Kimbrel will get the loss. We'll see you next time for New York White Sox Baseball. Final score, the Blue Jays 8 and the Sox 6. So long, everybody.
This is WON Brooklyn.